1 2. One, two. Oh man. 1 2. Wow. Okay. Now I think we have audio. See, that's what I'm saying. When you're doing things by yourself, man, it's hard to maintain a lot of things. But anyway, I don't know what everyone got, but I want to start from the top, and I hope my guest is patient with me. But I want to thank my mom because I opened up the GoFundMe for the Black Community Sovereign Fund last Monday, and I woke up on Tuesday, and the first entry that was in that donated to the cause was my mom. And so, Mama, I want to say I love you and thank you very much for believing in me and being there and encouraging me and doing this task. And also, I like to thank everyone who has supported me from the interviews to the products to everything. I like to thank everyone who has supported me, and we're gonna make history together. And I like to personally give a shout out to my wife and thank you and for being there and supporting me and believing in what I'm doing. But without further ado, we're still in the gambit, people. And when we come back, we're gonna meet tonight's guest. She's a vegan, a health enthusiast, and just a dope individual. All right. So when we come back, we're gonna meet Mss Keshia.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Kika Jackson from Work Fitness, and you're watching the BRI, Black Research Institute with Denoris Wilson. Deuces.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Darren Adams, a.k.a. Donnie Chulo. You are watching the Black Research Institute with Denoris Wilson. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Greetings. It's Tamika Bruce, founder and CEO of Face Love Cosmetic Artistry, and you're tuned in to the Black Research Institute with Denoris Wilson.
I can't hear you. Your volume is really
Can you hear me
low.
now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, so technical difficulties, everybody. I'm sorry. But hey, Mss Keshia, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
No sound, baby.
Yeah, my wife just came and said no sound. Okay, but we got it now, right? So you can hear me, right, Mss Keshia?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So Um, I have a question for you. Are you being safe?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Are you happy?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Now, that's how I normally start off the interview. So now, before we get into in depth about what you do, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Well, hello to all of you. My name is Lakeisha Abram. I am a mother of two children. My story is just basically I went vegan after having my two beautiful boys. Um, and I am really big on health and wellness. So I just want to be an inspiration to people through my story as a vegan, through health and wellness, and telling my story and telling why I started uh, going vegan and how I changed my diet, my life. And I just also want to put out there that I've written a book on my journey through veganism, detoxing, and fasting. So my main goal is to be an inspiration through health and wellness.
Okay. So how long you been vegan?
I've been vegan now for 3 years. After I had my first child, I was experiencing a lot of digestive issues, which consisted of bloating, constipation, and just sensitivity to the standard American diet. I lived that way for about 5 years before I had my second child. And basically, when I had my first child, I had a C section with him. And after having him, I just felt like I didn't release, whatever was left behind. Like I got my baby, but, I just still felt that I was still full of something and I just didn't release. But by the time I got pregnant with my second child, I wanted something different. My body was speaking to me in a different way. And
Mhm.
I wanted to have a natural birth. So I fought and I fought to find a doctor who would perform what is called a VBAC. And a VBAC is just basically having a vaginal birth after having a C section. And I finally found a doctor who would walk me through the vaginal birth. And basically, after I had him, I did end up having him naturally, and I felt like I released everything that I had been holding on to for the past 5 years before I got pregnant with my second child. After I had him vaginally, I just felt like I released that, and I wanted to feel that again because shortly after having him, I still suffered from the digestive issues. And I realized that the only way that I would be able to feel that feeling again of just feeling my stomach, feeling my womb, if you will, was to change my diet. And so that is why I went vegan. It was basically to heal my digestive issues and to feel what I felt when I had my second child naturally.
Now, that was not what I was expecting at all. No, no, no. That is not. That is definitely not the angle that I thought that was gonna go in. Right. So,
It's a long story. It's a long story. It gets really deep. So
but
it's
this,
like,
but it's good. It's good because like you know how some people say, "Oh, I went vegan because all the poison that's in the meat," and
oh no.
you know what I mean. Like it's always something like they going vegan because of something negative. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Whereas you went there for yeah, it was a physical healing, but it was more of a spiritual healing as well,
Yes.
right? Like
In the end, that's
right,
what happened. Yes.
right.
So
So was it
basically,
hard?
it was very hard because, like I said, I knew that the only way that I was going to be able to end my suffering of digestive issues was to change my diet. And I was 28 by the time I decided to really, really get serious about my diet. So it was hard. Um, because shortly after I had him, I always cook. I used to cook oxtails, turkey turkey wings, neck bones, macaroni, cornbread. Like, I just had to cook all the time. So even though I did feel that sense of release after having my second child, I did kind of go back to my regular lifestyle, eating the
Mhm.
standard American diet, dairy products, and processed foods. And I just got back in the situation where I was suffering from digestive issues. So, in order to feel, I always kept that feeling in mind. You know, I want to feel myself again. I want to listen to myself. I want to listen to my body. And I did it by going vegan. So, yes, it was hard because it was always a struggle going back and forth and just giving up the lifestyle that I was so used to living, which was cooking. I have a love for cooking, and back then it was soul food every week for me. And so that was hard to stray away from.
So are your kids vegan too?
No, they are not vegan. It is a process. Um it the situation with me was, not only did I heal my digestive issues, because I still suffer from digestive issues to this day, the most that I've gotten, the most benefit that I've gotten from being vegan was mental clarity. And I became more spiritual and more connected with myself. So even my hormones began to change. I healed my nervous system before I healed my digestive system. I healed my immune
Okay.
system before I healed my digestive system, and all other areas of my body before I healed my digestive system. So it was way deeper than just healing my digestive system and um, healing myself from suffering through, the constipation and bloating and things like that. I healed so many other areas of my life going vegan other than just my digestive system. So it was a journey for me first. And so far it's going on 3 years now. And I felt like I had to get myself together first before I could bring my children along. So now I'm working on my children, and it's very hard. That is one of the things that I struggle with daily, is to try to get them to see the importance of eating healthy, and what foods could possibly cause sensitivity. Because one of my sons, as soon as he eats a piece of candy, he's running nose, coughing, sneezing, and things like that. So it's like I'm trying to get him to see the difference between eating processed foods or a bunch of sugar and eating a more healthy diet. And he is 5 years old, and he's kind of seeing the difference between when he eats a bunch of sugar and when he eats a more natural, organic diet, whole food diet.
Okay. So going vegan, what is the major obstacle? Like, I would imagine that, what do you like, the meals, what are they?
Well, for me, in the beginning, I was a vegetarian. I was a vegetarian um, because, like I said, I wanted to be healthy for my son. I breastfed my son, so my goal was basically to produce healthy milk for my baby. And so I started out just eating a whole bunch of vegetables, and then I just went into um, being vegan after cutting out the dairy products and cutting out the meat and the processed foods. I just got very creative with my meals. Um, Today, I would probably throw, some asparagus or some quinoa and just season it up real nice. And it's really good to me. So before I even went, you know, uh, started eating cooked foods, because I went vegan and then I went raw vegan. So I've experienced the deepest form of veganism. But I went vegan, and like I said, I healed all other areas of my body before I healed my digestive system. So I realized that I needed to go deeper, and my body just began to detox. And when my body began to detox, I I experienced all of the detox symptoms. Like, I lost a lot of weight. I I just experienced, headaches, suicidal thoughts, all type of things, because my body was just literally cleansing itself out. So when I learned what detoxing was, I wanted to go deeper, and so I became raw vegan. And as a raw vegan, I didn't eat any cooked foods. I literally only ate fruits and vegetables, raw fruit and raw veggies.
For
And
how long?
for 2 years.
What?
2 years, yes. So this year, or the ending of 2020, is when I started back eating cooked foods. Before the end of 2020, the last half of 2020, I was a raw vegan. I am still majority raw vegan. So now I eat raw foods all week, and then on the weekend I'll eat cooked foods. But I've experienced the deepest form of being vegan and raw vegan and alkaline vegan and detoxing and fasting and things like that. So when I get asked that question, it's like, well, I've went through the deepest form of it. So
So what do you eat? What do
so
you
when I
eat?
was raw vegan, I was also fruitarian for about 3 months within those 2 years. And as a fruitarian, I only ate fruit. So I would eat like watermelon, cantaloupe, honeydew. My goal was to detox. My goal was to detox. And um, having that goal, you want to eat foods that are flushing. So a lot of melons, I ate a lot of melons, and I did experience a lot of detox symptoms. So like I said, a lot of weight loss. When I first um, became a vegan, I was about 155 or 160. By the time I became raw vegan and detoxed as deeply as I did, I was about 118. For a long time. For a long time, I was 118. I thought I would never be able to gain weight again. And eventually, just one day, my body got used to me being a raw vegan and detoxing. And I just got energy out of nowhere. Got
How
energy out
long
of
did that take?
nowhere. That took about 6 months.
6 months?
Yes, about 6 months.
So if I go vegan for 6 months, I just get some newfound energy.
Yeah, you probably get it sooner.
Man, I'm just trying to imagine what you eat.
So now I eat more cooked foods, but within that 2 year period that I was a raw vegan, I had to get very creative. Like I'm really big on seasonings. I love sea salt. I love herbal blends, herbal seasonal blends. Cayenne pepper was my favorite. I used to put salt and cayenne pepper on fruit every day. I would have watermelon and cantaloupe every single day, just salt and cayenne pepper. It really got me through papaya. Papaya was one of my favorite fruits along this journey. So it's been a journey. It's been a journey. And I
So
speak about it in my book from beginning to end, from being a vegetarian to vegan to
see that's
alkaline vegan, raw vegan, and fasting vegan, detoxing vegan. I speak about all of that in the book as well.
that's the thing. So you too quick. You didn't even give me a chance to segue to the book. You didn't give me a
So
chance to set
sorry.
it up. To
Because it's
set it up.
so many avenues. It's so many avenues to, just where I'm at today and where I've made it at today.
Now, when did you write the book? Okay,
I
first of
wrote
all,
the
wait a
book
minute.
beginning.
Wait, let's hold. We got to say the name of the book.
So the name of the book is Beyouthiful Journey, and it is my journey through veganism, detoxing, and fasting.
Okay. And I am about to show them where they can get your book at. Hold on. Okay, so okay, yeah. Here we go.
Yes.
That's you, right?
That's me.
Okay, so let's solo that. So tell us more about it now.
So basically, the cover is kind of self-explanatory. Like, as you can see, I was kind of my heaviest at the first picture to the left. And then the next picture, it shows me where, like I said, after I had my baby, I was so deep into fitness and being healthy. I was basically a vegetarian. I was a vegetarian for about a year. and I noticed that I was still suffering from digestive issues. So I felt like I needed to go deeper and eliminate dairy products, processed foods. I also eliminated starches and things like that. So that second picture kind of shows me before I went vegan. The third picture is me. I went vegan, and when I went vegan, I I noticed that, like I said, I was still suffering from digestive issues. So I went raw vegan. And in going raw vegan, my body fell into a detox. And when my body fell into a detox, it just basically was depleting itself, cleansing itself out. And that third picture is me when I lost a lot of weight. I lived that way for about a year, 6 months to a year, very, very small, very, very skinny, not knowing if I was ever going to gain weight again, getting backlash from people. You know, people said I was ugly, they said I looked sick. I got just a lot of backlash in that third picture. That third picture is the story. Okay, that is the journey. That is the process. I have come a long, long way from that particular picture, but that picture is just a story of me going through the detox process. And once I learned what detoxing was, I was like, I got to keep going. I got to keep doing it. Like, I learned about the body regenerating itself, and just what detoxing does for the body as far as cleansing the body of chemicals and toxins and heavy metals. And I definitely, that was my goal, was just to cleanse myself. So once I got to a point to where I'm losing an excessive amount of weight, and the people were, talking, and just all the backlash that I got, it was like I was stuck in a place on, should I go back or should I keep going? And it was like, I can't go back to eating meat. I can't go back to what was causing me the digestive issues. I would literally go through days where I didn't, have a bowel movement for days at a time. And, I thought that was normal because I didn't listen to my body at all. I didn't listen to, my body telling me, you're constipated, or, to stop eating whatever it is your body isn't able to break down. I wasn't listening to myself at all. So by the time I did begin to listen to myself, and I did go through that detox process, I took the time to actually connect with myself, listen to myself. I said, well, so we got to keep going. We got to keep going. We got to keep detoxing. We have to stay raw. I knew, what foods cause inflammation. And I knew, even with my relationships, what caused stress. And that can even play a role in having digestive issues. So I went through
Right.
a very dark, lonely time in that particular picture. Um, but just knowing what detoxing does for the body is what kept me going. And not only, like I said, it wasn't the digestive system that I healed first. It was my mind, and it was my lifestyle. It was a big, big lifestyle change. And so that picture is more of what that picture depicts, more of that story, of the detox story. The last picture, um, it basically shows how my body got used to being raw vegan. And basically, once my body got used to me being raw vegan, I literally got energy out of nowhere, like a lot of energy. Like in my book, I called myself the electric lady because it was like an electrical amount of energy, and it was just, I was so vibrant, and I began to gain weight. I feel like whenever I was a raw vegan and I was kind of very small, I was kind of like just always trying to hide. And, that's kind of why I was so skinny. But once my body got used to it, I just was open. And I was like, I'm here. Here I am. After whatever anyone had to say, it's like, I'm not hiding no more. I'm not hiding behind anything anymore. I'm vegan. It is what it is. And here I am. And I have a story to tell. And my mind, became clearer. And I was able to think straight and just see things from a different point of view, and or see things clearly. And that's what that last picture shows. It also tells a story of me fasting and manifesting and affirming the things that I want. And through the process, even through the detox process, I gained, my license in yoga. I wanted to help people who maybe wanted to be vegan or wanted to fast or wanted to detox. So, I made a business out of all of it to offer these things to people and tell my story. And that's what that last picture is about. It is about just me overcoming everything from the beginning to who I am today, and just how I chose to use everything that I've been through today to help people who may be going through something similar, whether it be eliminating stress or changing their diet or experiencing, digestive issues, and thinking that it's okay to live like that, and my goal is to teach people to listen to their bodies. If your body's talking to you, listen to your body. Do the things that, your body needs so that you can be more healthy and more in tune with yourself. And I feel like suffering is a choice. So I also want to teach people, like if you're suffering, there is a solution, there is a root to whatever problem you have going on. And that's what that last picture is about. So all of that is in the book, with loads of information on what it is to be vegan, what it is to detox, what it is to fast. I also have a bonus chapter in there, Candida chapter. It's just basically teaching about bacteria buildup in the body, and how it affects the body, especially in women as well. I definitely wanted to touch the women with this book because like I said, we sometimes we don't listen to ourselves. And I just wanted to bring awareness to just listening to yourself and self-care and taking care of your body through food, whole foods, and just expressing to people that we have all that we need in the food and within us.
But at this point in human development, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like at this point, we know what's good and what's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not a secret. We know them Twinkies are no good. Like we know that pork chop ain't no good. Like, you know what I mean? We know it. We know these things. So when I hear you say they need to listen to their body, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, they hear their body. They know it's just they need to have some discipline about like everything with you. In order for you to go through this transformation that you went through, you have to have discipline.
Yes, I did.
You have to have some type of discipline in your life to say, this is what I am, this is my goal. And in order for me to reach this particular goal, this is what I have to do. Right. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to health, most people don't really have a goal. The goal is to stay alive.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like just to stay alive. Right? They don't really like me. I tell my wife all the time, my most energetic time, the most time I had the most like thoughts, clear thoughts and creative thoughts was when I was in the Navy and I was playing basketball and I was in shape and I was eating right. Right. Mm-hmm. So ideas came, I had a lot of energy, and because of that and playing basketball for so long, the physical aspects of that stayed with me for a while after I stopped playing. Right. Mm-hmm. But then because of inactivity, it's like, oh, okay, so you're not going to use us no more. We out. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Like you're not going to use us no more. You don't need our particular benefit. Then we out. Yeah. And when that happened, now it's hard for me to really get motivated to get back into. That's why I like speaking to people like yourself. And like I said, your transformation, that's what caught me. Like, because it's like, okay, I know what I have to do. Right. Mm-hmm. But if I see someone else who has done it, right? Then not that I know that I can't do it. It's just that, oh, if she can do it, I ain't gonna let her outdo me.
Mm.
Right? Like I'm gonna do it too. Right? And if you notice, steel sharpens steel. If you're around people that are always working out and that are always positive, then you're gonna be positive.
Right.
That's just how it is. That's just how it is. And I want to be around people who are uh, I don't want to call you a health freak, but you know, a health advocate.
Yes.
You do yoga.
Mm-hmm.
You help with stress. I want to be around people who got intelligent thoughts. I want to be around these people because these people are, to me, some of the most. These are the people that make the world keep going, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, these are the people that keep the world turning, because for the most part, they're about saving people from the calamities of themselves.
Right.
Right? Like you in your book, you're trying to save someone from themselves, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Right? You put down that chicken, or you know what I mean? Like you're trying to save people from themselves, and that's what keeps the world going. Even if you don't connect with someone here tonight, let's say you don't connect with anyone here tonight, someone is gonna hear your message.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna hear the message, and someone's gonna say, you know what, I can do that. You know, and it may be me. You know, I might go vegan.
Wonderful.
Oh,
I hope that I do touch people in that way. If I can just touch one person, I'm okay.
that's all it's about.
Yeah.
That's all it's about.
Yeah.
So Keisha, so before I let you go, it is customary that on the BRI here on the Culture Interviews, there are two questions that I ask each person before I let them leave. So are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So the first question is, what are you doing to push the culture forward?
I am learning all that I can to teach my community. So I'm always involved in something. I'm always learning something. I feel like I just have so much that I'm involved in. And I definitely want to use those resources to bring into my community and, teach a different way of life.
Okay. Before I ask you the next question, I got something I need to show you. Can you see it?
Um,
That's my mama.
oh, yes, I
She said,
see
ask her, what can I do to have more energy?
it. Well, it definitely has a lot to do with what you're eating. So, I would say just to maybe eliminate things that may cause sluggish energy, like dairy products or red meat. I always give people somewhere to start, and that is to start with cutting out um, meats, sweets, and breads. So the meats, as far as cutting out the red meat and the pork, cutting out bread altogether, and cutting out sweets, and seeing just how much energy you get from cutting out just those simple things. And then you can kind of go deeper and cutting out dairy products altogether. But I would say just eliminating some foods that may cause just you to be sluggish. Because, like I speak in my book, it all starts in your digestive system. And what you want is a filtering or a digestive system that is flushing or eliminating, what you're eating. And some of the foods that we eat just sometimes just get stagnated in our digestive system. So the goal is elimination. So for energy, I would say cut out some things that may be causing you to be a little more sluggish, and eat more dark leafy greens, eat more fruits, eat more vegetables. And I also do intermittent fasting, and I don't want to give too much because it's a lot, but I also do intermittent fasting. Like right now, I eat 4 hours a day. So I eat between the hours of 4 and 8 o'clock, and I fast for 20 hours a day. Um, and that literally gives my digestive system a break. Um, when you eat, some of the foods that we eat, or maybe you can overeat, you want to give your digestive system a break. Um, and once you give your digestive system a break, you will feel that you have a little bit more energy. So that is one way, but there are so many other ways to
Well, tell her to inbox you. Tell her to
yes,
inbox you.
inbox me,
Mama,
because I use
inbox you.
herbs as well. I'm also an herbalist, so I can definitely think of some herbal blends to put together for her if ever she wanted to get into loose herbs as well. So yes, tell her to inbox me. My Facebook is Mss Keshia, MSS, and then Keshia, Keshia. So you definitely can inbox me on there, and I can let you know like what herbal combinations I could put together for you that you can gain energy if you're not looking into just changing your diet completely. But I definitely feel like it does start with the diet. It starts with the gut. It's all right there starting in the gut. The gut is the life force. So you be good to your gut, be good to your whole life.
She
Energy.
said thank you. She said thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so now my second question. I need for you to name me 3 famous Black people, and they can't be athletes or entertainers.
Let me see. They can't be athletes or entertainers. Well, I have a brother. His name is Tony Gaskins. He is famous. He speaks about love, self-love, and relationships. I also have a stepdad who is also famous. He's written a book about 8 mistakes women make in relationships. So he's pretty famous to me. Um, who else? And there are also life coaches. So they're famous for that. He has a whole life coaching university where you go and, you just get pointers on just how to make it through this life. And, he coaches you through that. Who else is another famous Black person that is not an athlete or actor, you said?
Right.
I was gonna say my brother Chad Abram, but he was an athlete. He played in the NFL for a little while. But let me see. It is Black History Month, right? So I can say Dr. Martin Luther King. I'm right here on Martin Luther King Street.
Okay, I'm gonna give you that. So Tony Gaskin, right?
Tony Gaskins Jr. and Senior.
And Junior, and both of them.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so and then Dr. Martin Luther King.
Yes.
Okay, so the next time you come on the show, after your book done blew up and you're on the New York's bestseller and everything, and you come back to the show, you can't use those 3 people.
Okay. I won't.
You can't use it. This is the Black Research Institute, so you got to come prepared.
I will.
Well, Mss Keshia, I want to thank you for agreeing to do the interview with me. I enjoyed it. I got some really good information, and I hope the viewers did as well. Do you have anything that you want to tell the viewers before we go?
Just thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for following my story. If you find me interesting, reach out to me. If you want to know anything else about health and wellness, veganism, detox and fasting, stress management, yoga, herbalism, dance, fitness, all of those things, I'm involved in all of those things. And I just thank y'all for watching. And thank you for reaching out and, allowing me to tell my story.
Okay.
And I love to leave people with the saying that I love to say. And I love to say, be joyful, be peaceful, be healthy, be safe.
All right. Be joyful, be peaceful, be healthy, be safe.
Yes.
Thank you, Mss Keshia.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you. And I'm going to inbox you because I need you to do me a little favor. So I'm going to inbox you. And, just if you want to hang around, you can hang around. But I got about 10 more minutes of the show. I got some commercials I want to run by, but I need for you to do something for me, okay?
Okay, I will.
All right, everybody, Mss Keshia, thank you again. So we're going to take a break. I cut her off. We're going to take a break, but you know how we take a break here at the BRI. So, all right, everybody get up and get ready, and let's take a break.
Guys, it's Mss. We're back at it with another home workout for you beginners and intermediate people. Today, we're focusing on the core, all right, and abs. I just have 3 exercises for you, all right? We're going to go through just 2 times, and that's going to keep it on that 5-minute quick workout routine. So all you need here is a stability ball, and then you can get it started, all right? First exercise, you're just going to have an ab roll out, all right? We're going to do 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off. So here we go. Hands are out. We'll start with timer, and go. So you're basically just rolling your hips down, and the hands are going to stay on the ball, and you're going to roll it back, keeping the arms fully outstretched the whole time. One thing you want to avoid on this is just pushing the balls out and not taking your hips with you. All right, so the dropping the hips is what makes this a core exercise. 3, 2, and 1. Good. We got 15 seconds off. This next one, a little more complicated, a little harder, but you're going to mount the ball. All right. Now, if you're a super beginner, you can just stay right here. All right. If you're a little more, got a little more experience, you can walk out. All right. Ready? And go. So here, we're just going to hold. All right. So you can hold here. You got 30 seconds. If you are a little more advanced, you just walk the ball back. So that's done. About 10 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. So that's number 2. Then number 3, we're just going to sit right on top of the ball. Sit ups here. All right. So you want the ball to be right under your lower back. And we're going to sit up, reach for the ceiling. 3, 4, and 1. Sit up, and 1. So back. Slow control reps. 30 seconds. Anytime these exercises on the ball, you want to be in control. It's not very easy to quickly find yourself on the floor. All right. Tight here. Good. 3, 2, and 1. That's perfect. We're just going to go back through. All right. So go 15 seconds off. So we have about 10 more seconds. And roll again. Roll down to 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go down. Go back. Just like that. It's nice and easy. You can easily modify this by just not going out as far. Maybe do a half roll. You can make all this precursor from this back way. All right. 3, 2, and 1. So when you get a little more advanced, then you can go to the old school ab roll. But until you saw to the ball. All right. You got those ball planks, feet on the ball. And 3, 2, and 1. Right here, in the mouth. So I showed you the modified with the ball in close to your knees. If you're more advanced, you can go right here. Keep those hips up, core engaged. If you're super advanced, you come here. 1 leg out. Show off one. Challenge yourself. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good stuff. Slowly coming down. Let me just finish it with those ab crunches one more time. That's it. A little quick workout. Very effective exercises to use that core. And 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Over here. Settle those feet. Up and crunch. This one is totally about what kind of squeeze and contraction you get here. You don't necessarily have to come up super high, so honestly, really, I start feeling it right here. Just as soon as my shoulders start coming up, that's really all you need. 3, 2, 1, and that's time. Get one more for good measure. Good stuff. All right, quick ab routine. You can do it right there at home. One piece of equipment, stability ball, no excuses. All right, let's go.
What's up, everybody? This is Trophy Santiago with Hair Mafia Extensions, and you are watching BRI Black Research Institute with Denoris Wilson.
Hey guys, peace and prosperity. It's fashion stylist Empress Bay here. You are now tuned in to the BRI, that's the Black Research Institute, with my brother, Denoris Wilson. You guys, love on yourself, feel free, feel vibrant, and feel prosperous, okay?
Okay, everyone, we're back in the BRI, and we're about to close things out. But I want everyone to remember that we're all special, we're all unique, we're all one-on-one, and we all deserve to give and be loved. As I stated before, I set up the GoFundMe for the Black Community Sovereign Fund. If anyone feels like they want to donate to the fund and help the cause, or if you have any questions, you can donate here at this link here at the GoFundMe page. So we're still in the gambit, we're still on the pawns, and we're still trying to make it happen. I'm not discouraged, I'm not worried. I know that the goal of $999 million will be reached, no matter how much people say I am crazy. We're going to reach this, and we're going to save our universities, and we're going to carve out a better future for ourselves. So with that, I leave you as I always leave you. Remember, in order for you to receive a blessing, you must first be a blessing. All right? I love you. Peace.